Animated movies are an incredible medium. I say this all the time. I can get this tattooed on my chest. Animated movie sequels are even better. They're the perfect excuse to take an existing story and expand an existing world and flesh it out even more. Existing characters and make them grow even better than they did before. Sequels aren't always just some random cash grab. They're the perfect way to tell more of a story without spending too long on introductions and setups and finding out who this dude is. You don't need to do that in a sequel. But sadly, we live in a world of the greedy, the money hungry, the lazy. They did this for my boys in Cars, My Fam, and The Incredibles, but for movies like Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, Toy Story, they furthered the stories and world and gave them even more emotion to the characters. But, yo, Frozen? Nah, sorry guys. Let it go? More like, let me sleep. This movie is as boring as watching ice freeze. I'll be the first one to admit it that I really bump to the original Frozen. I have so much fun with it. I find Olaf adorable, I find the songs fun and heartwarming. While it's weak in plot, I mean, at least it has one though. The movie from the first watch was a fun Disney-centric tale. It had wonder and genuine feelings of magic and adventure at times. I bumped Love Is an Open Door daily. I screamed that tune at my girlfriend's face every day. But all of these feelings, this wonder and excitement, this cheesiness and hilariosity, it's all lost in Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is too cold. Frozen 2 is too late. Frozen 2 is too hot. Too Frozen too hot. It's a boring cold movie is what I'm trying to say. It angers me. I wanted this to be fun, cute, adorable. I wanted a new tale that slapped in this world. I'm being honest. Like, I seriously wanted a good Frozen movie. I wanted this to be an adorable story, but I found absolutely none of that walking into the theater. I am a Disney shill. I live in Disney World. I eat, breathe, sleep this fat loser mouse. I rub his tail for good luck and pray to his creator. Disney is my lifeblood. I saw this movie in a Disney movie theater, and I could say, this movie sucks. And all of you need to stop lying to yourselves. Frozen 2 is like Aladdin 2, except a massive budget on the big screen. It's a pointless, forgettable sequel with zero plot, and it honestly breaks my heart. It wouldn't be nitpicking to break down every major and minor plot point in this movie and say literally none of them make any sense. None of the characters act like they did in the first movie. They barely even talk to each other. It's actually kind of insane that this movie is nearly 2 hours long and it feels like the main characters talked like 7 times at most. I can't remember anything of substantial value being said by anyone, except like a line from the main song, Into the Unknown! Ah! Into the Unknown! I mean, the song slaps, but it's all the movie has. First, let me start by listing things I found good in the movie. They are few and far between, but you know, they exist, and we gotta make that clear. The animation. Oh golly, is the animation pretty. You zoom in on Elsa's dress and you can see the individual patterns, and it's so nice. You zoom in on Kristoff's nose and you can see every pore on that fat nose. Salamander dude, they add a cute little salamander type Pokemon fire dude, and he's so cute. He's adorable. Kristoff's boy band-esque song where he sings overly dramatic and hilarious, it's funny, it's fun, and that's it. That's all I like about the movie, and even those very things come with issues. First off, let's talk about the teaser trailer for Frozen 2. The very first released footage of this movie. That little teaser where we see Elsa like fighting the ocean, it's like this really powerful, emotional teaser. Everyone was like, ooh, yo, the water's gorgeous. Where's Elsa? Why is she there? What's happening? Is she okay? What is she fighting? Is she fighting to get stronger? Dude, I'm so intrigued. What's gonna happen? Oh my god. Well, that tiny little teaser is literally just 2 minutes in the movie with zero emotional weight or power behind it. I was like waiting the entire movie for that scene to see what they would do with this scene. Like, it'll show us Elsa overcoming something deep inside her, something she needs to do. But no, it just ended up being insanely normal and anticlimactic. And anticlimactic is a word that you can use to describe the entirety of this movie. There are no stakes, no problems, no threats in the whole movie. Every time someone has an issue, it's solved instantly. Barely any dialogue or struggle. They literally fix every issue like it was nothing. Without spoiling too much, the main plot of Frozen 2 is that Elsa gets like a call from the forest, but it's a magical forest, but the forest is cursed, and they gotta find a way to free the forest and whatever's wrong with it. Along the way, you meet a couple new characters, all of who seem insanely interesting. Every new character actually seems fun, and you want to know more about them individually, yet you never see them again for the entire movie. Two characters specifically are introduced, given names and purposes, and it just seems like they will be important, but they just aren't. They just disappear. Literally, the entire movie onwards. It's like, did they even exist in the first place? I have no idea. It honestly makes no sense. The movie starts off really strong with this interesting new story to take place. They give a great reason to be back in this world at first. Everything soon starts to fall apart when it feels like they just didn't bother to care anymore in writing. They basically give their heart and soul to the first 15 minutes of this movie, and then it seriously feels like the writers just gave up. Like they were like, oh god, I gotta finish this movie? Oh, jeez. I think in order to give a real rhyme or reason to why this movie broke my heart, I need to dive into spoilers. So if you want to watch this movie blindly for some reason, run away, freeze yourself in time, just get out of here. Okay, so let's get into the dumb stuff. The truly dumb stuff. Olaf, you dumb buffoon. This man dies for just 3 minutes in the most forced, boring way possible. All because of Elsa. Elsa's main mission in this movie is to find out what is calling her, and she finds it very easily. Turns out it's just 3 miles away from her country or something. The land makes no sense. No part about Frozen Land makes any sense. Everything is next to each other. There's no journey or far venturing. When Elsa needs to go into this cave because she hears a voice, like it's supposed to be a long journey away, it's literally a 3-minute horse ride on top of the water. How small is this world? It's really small. Okay, so when Elsa gets in this cave, she finds out this world has more powers. There's like spirits and stuff all around, like fire and earth and other Avatar stuff, and at the center of all of it is snow. Snow is at the center of these elements. Snow, a byproduct of water, one of the elements. Snow binds them all together. Snow? Why? What? That's so stupid. Snow is literally the element that binds fire and earth and water. What? Snow is literally water. Snow is just water. So when she finds all of this information out, this whatever information this is, she freezes, and this causes Olaf to die, leading for Anna to start singing the most depressing Evanescence song ever. This movie is emo, dude. This movie is depressing, and a lot of people like to say that this is good. This is adult. There are adult themes and emotions in this movie, and no, that's really not it. It's all insanely forced drama that isn't fun. Who wants to watch people be sad for an hour and 30 minutes without any sense of wonder and adventure? There's no sense of learning or lessons coming from these air quote adult themes. It's all surface level dark boringness. It's just really just forced emotions. So in order for Anna to save Elsa and Olaf, I guess, she needs to destroy a bridge, right? I'm saying bridge because the other world is demonetizable. You learn halfway through this movie that this bridge here, it's an evil bridge. It's a really evil bridge. The bridge was built in the past by Elsa and Anna's grandpa. It turns out Grandpa was a bad boy, and he built a bridge in this forest to mess with people and prank them. And for some reason, this bridge has been causing all the spirits there to be whack and upset, and there's like spooky fog. And so at the end of the movie, Anna gets these big rock dudes to break the bridge because breaking it will fix everything. She leads them there to break it, but no, there's a soldier guy who's like, wait, no, don't do that. You can't do this. This is bad. And she's like, but I have to. And he's like, oh, okay. That's literally what happens. He puts up a fight for 3 seconds. So why was it even in the movie? Also, why didn't the rock dudes break the bridge from the start? You're telling me this bridge was the reason that the forest was all whack and the things in the forest big enough to fix it just didn't? For 34 years, they straight up didn't. It's your own fault at that point. What is wrong with you? Okay, so the bridge breaks and a massive flood heads towards Arendelle. This entire thing that we were warned about from the start of the movie, we were warned that if this bridge breaks, it'll destroy Arendelle. Arendelle will be gone. But when the flood comes towards Arendelle, Elsa is unfrozen. She gets to town instantly, like she teleports, and she saves the town with no struggle, zero struggle. She shows up, breathes underwater with some ice powers, and everything is saved in less than 2 minutes. It was disgustingly anticlimactic and just begs the question, why did we even care in the first place? Why was there any sense of tension? Like, we should have cared that this was gonna be a big struggle, but it wasn't. It literally wasn't. You had this entire sequence of Elsa finding out where her powers come from, a moment that is supposed to be like a wow factor and like, whoa, crazy, that's where they come from? Oh man, that's insane. And they just simply come from an empty cave? Somehow, there was zero answer inside. Fire and water and stuff too were inside. Why didn't she get those powers? Or anyone else inherit those powers? Why? Just why? Why? Also, where in the living reindeer did Kristoff go for the entire movie? Everyone noticed this. He's in the start of the movie wanting to propose to Anna, then he disappears because the movie has no writing for him. No other purpose. He's just gone. This movie angers me, man. It angers me for no reason. I literally am so pissed at this movie, it feels illegal. I like Frozen 1. I like the first movie a lot. I know how flawed it is, but I really do like it. I find it whimsical and easy to look past the plot holes. The plot still makes sense normally, yet this thing hurts. No aspect about the story actually makes sense. It's so unbelievably contradicting and confusing for no reason. It's so boring, so dark. For why? I can't even like this movie as a funny watch or like even so bad it's good. I find it so insanely annoying and frustrating that it makes me just want to shake the writers and be like, dude, are you okay? Everything about this became so convoluted for no reason. They had such a good chance to flesh everything out and make things even more wondrous and magical and pretty and everything, but instead they make the entire world of Frozen a drab, lifeless, no struggle issue. No one really learns anything about themselves. Elsa stays the exact same, except now she has her hair down and rides a horse. Okay, good for you, I guess. There's seriously zero reason for this movie to even exist. A third movie could come out with a completely unrelated story for all I care, because this story itself has no effect on anything at all. And if they do make a Frozen 3, I guarantee that anything from this movie will not have any effect on the characters in the future. Except for Horse and Salamander being an animal in the movie. That's about it. This movie can literally be frozen in time, get it? And be erased from canon. And that'll be so fine, it's crazy. Poopy doopy Frozen 2, more like Frozen Poo. You're just a frozen doo-doo, dude.